Hey, how's it going? I'm Sommelier Leslee Miller with AmuseWine.com. 2 E's. Today, I am here with one of my very best friends, Mr. Mike Shannon. How's it going, Mikey?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good. Hey, you know what I wanted to do today was review a Minnesota wine. I thought since we live here in the Twin Cities.
Twin Cities, yeah.
I thought what we could do is maybe review something that lives in our own backyard, literally. This comes from a gentleman by the name of Billy Smith, and he owns a winery called Warehouse Winery here in Minnesota, and he actually started out by growing grapes in his backyard in Wayzata, Minnesota.
So Minnesota grapes, cold country grapes.
Yeah, cold country grapes. So what we're talking about is Frontenac, St. Croix, Marquette, funky grapes that you wouldn't normally find. They're not of the Vive spinifera scale. But what's cool about Billy is that he's actually blended in some California juice that he has purchased from Northern California. So what we're working with the wine that we have right here, this is Frontenac and St. Croix, but he's also added a little pinch of Zinfandel, Petite Sirah, and also Cab Franc. Now Cab Franc is one of those grapes that's really great at lifting aromatics, so I can only assume that just a little tinge of it has been added.
That and dissolving on the palate, a little bit dissolving on the palate.
Yep. The other two grapes, Zinfandel and Petite Sirah, obviously raise that sort of juicy character of the wine. From a culinary perspective, Mike, I'd love to hear your tasting notes first.
Really fruity, both on the nose and in the front of the palate. It's moderately tannic, so that gives you a nice range of what you might want to pair with it. I think it really sings of dark fruit, so berries, cranberries potentially, maybe even in terms of protein, maybe a poultry, turkey, duck, probably not much more than that,
right?
But with a cranberry or a berry slant, potentially a berry bread pudding, something like that as well, because it has enough of that on the front and it's not overly tannic. That it would stand up to something moderately sweet like a berry pudding.
I agree.
Maybe even a cheese with some
some nice kind of soft cheese, or even like a hard cheese, maybe like a goat cheese would be pretty good with that.
Absolutely. It's very nice.
It is nice. It has that round, juicy piece to it. It's certainly, you can feel that percentage of alcohol sort of seeping through the chest. It says 14%, but it feels a lot hotter than that to me.
It does.
You can feel it almost blow-torching through the center of your chest a little bit, but at the same time, what we're getting here is that little foxy character. So a lot of native grapes, you get this sort of foxy clone to it.
Sure.
And you get that sort of aspect where it just smells a little bit wild.
It does.
And that comes from the native grapes there. But I agree with the cranberry pieces to it. Also, there's like a cedar chip aspect, of course, which comes from the barrel. And that Petite Sirah and that Zinfandel certainly even out the roundness, and I say the juicy character of this wine.
Sure.
It's interesting.
So fall harvest.
Yeah,
fall harvest foods.
I totally agree with that. I think stuffing, I think of a cranberry scone actually with this wine. Might be kind of fun. Might be a breakfast wine, right? Kind of fun.
Very nice.
So anyways, just wanted to review this because I thought it was kind of fun. I review so many different wines across the country and also internationally, so I thought it would be kind of cool to do something right in our own backyard. Yeah. Give our guy Billy Smith from Warehouse Winery, he's making his wines in St. Louis Park here in Minnesota. Like I said, he started out by growing some grapes in his own backyard in Wayzata. So
cheers, Billy.
Yeah, cheers to you, Billy, and cheers to Warehouse Winery.
Sorry, folks.
I didn't realize you were filming.
It's a little